LiSA, Gurenge. This was the next video all of you said I had to check out from her after the impact that her previous video that I reacted to had on me. She is one of the most connected yet precise singers I've ever come across. So I'm really excited to hear what this higher energy, as many of you have stated, song has. Yeah. Like doing the final warm-ups and mindfulness things.
なんか、
Turn on the captions.
すごいいろんなことが今年あったじゃないですか。で、なんか今年のいいエンドが待ってるじゃないですか。
そうだね。
なんかすごい報われた感じがします。
そうだね。それも含めてやろう。
そうですね。それをここに。はい。いきます。
じゃあよろしくお願いします。
お願いします。
I love that it's not just about the music. It's about bringing a mood, intentionally bringing what she's thinking about, bringing purpose into the performance. This influences her performance in ways that only doing that can.
いきます。強くなれる理由を知った僕を連れて進め
Her resonance is amazing. Do you notice how she dynamically places part of this is vowels? So, and I'm not going to sound anything like her. I'm just going for inspiration here. But so, lower, almost yawned positioning. So, and then brightens it up as she goes higher. Adds energy, belts, if I were just to keep that on one note, it sounds kind of weird, but that dynamic placement is what gives her voice interest right off the bat. There again. There's that nice, huskier. Also, did you notice? Listen here. Very breathy head voice engagement. Lots of people are like, oh, I don't want to be breathy when I'm in my head voice. She's intentionally having this sort of side poor chord closure, but it's not poor as in bad. It's just adding that like breath dump in there for extra flavor. And then she closes right up and creates power right after that. Lots of variety going on. Those sighs often make the performance. The willingness to let yourself go and exit a note with abandon keeps you loose, keeps you in tune with how your voice feels because you're not locking yourself. You're not locking yourself into something. Releases tension too and sounds amazing. Win, 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 win. Again there with that wonderful sigh after the beautiful belted note. You see this pattern happening. She builds up intensity and energy and then releases. Build up and release, build up and release. She's arcing this performance in a way that absolutely fits with the lyrics and the emotions she's feeling, but it also helps her budget her performance. Because she's not singing the same way the whole time, because there's all this variety of her approach, she's not going hard on any one area of her voice, and it's allowing for lots of vocal stamina. This takes practice, but it's not all about just being strong. It's about learning how to use various faculties of your vocal approach in order to create that stamina as well. If you'd like to learn to work with your voice in playful and freeing ways without the fear of judgment, click the link below and join my free voice course. I will help you learn how to use your voice and have a relationship with your voice that helps you pull sounds and expressions out that you never knew were there. Click that link below, either in the pinned comment or the video description. Hear that cool growl in there? This is a low engagement. This is not standard compression. Where we have the sensation that we're laying a constriction high in the throat over the top of our primary chords. Instead, it's almost like a cookie. If I put it in my own range like she did there, it's this thing that you put in every once in a while because it's kind of hard on your voice to sustain, but just kissing it is a really cool technique. But you get there by trying to talk like Cookie Monster and then just putting it in for just a second. Such clear diction. And I love how she leans into the mic. She's intimate with that popper stopper right there. In this lower energy, more wordy area. It creates this wonderful, again, precision, but not precision that is sterile, precision that is highly engaged. Notice how once in a while she hits the popper stopper too. It just doesn't matter. Like, she's so lost in her performance that she's not working on proper mic technique. She's not thinking about that at all. I don't know how many times I've been asked by a vocalist, am I using proper mic technique while I'm singing? I'm like, don't worry about it. If your performance sounds engaged, there's a lot of wiggle room with proper mic technique. There's that wonderful breathy release there again. Oh, the quality of that note. Listen to how it changed. As she added her vibrato, she brought the resonance and placement back a little bit. Hear it? It's subtle. She warmed it up by bringing the placement, how she was experiencing that note, back from this forward belt that's really bright to maybe feeling it and experiencing it a bit more back in the middle of her head. This is a really powerful thing to notice and practice with your own singing, because if you can move your resonance and placement around dynamically over one note, you create all these different opportunities for your harmonics to be heard differently by the mic, by your ears. This is what gives vocalists richness. It's not about having one great tone. It's about having a dynamic tone based on being able to move your placement around. And there's no better way to observe and practice than by holding out lots of notes where you don't have tons of words to mess with while you're experimenting with this experience. Here, as she's singing Someone Sobbing, do you hear the weepiness in her voice? So cool. And the breath of a scream, she adds that, that's a compressed engagement above her vocal cords to get that grit. It sounds very different than the sound she made earlier. But I love how as she's saying scream, she's doing that with her voice. Then there's laugh, there's shakiness like a laugh, and then there's weepiness like a sob. Do you do these kinds of connected things when you sing, if you sing? Or is it all about the notes? Do you embody the character of certain words in your vocal expression, or do you just sing the words? This is why this performance is so wonderfully connected to us as listeners. This is why LiSA is such an amazing vocalist and artist. It's not even about having a great voice to begin with, although she does have a great voice. It's how she's thinking, it's how she's engaging that helps her voice be truly interesting. That placement transfer was even cooler. You heard this bit of cry or weepiness at the very end of that. That was really, really cool. It was very consistent for a long time, and then she sort of let it falter. Love that. She's happy with that one. She should be.
エモい。
エモい。楽しいね。
楽しい。
楽しい。
Keep the connectedness concept in your mind as you're creating your own music. It's really important to practice hard and do cool techniques and learn about how your voice works. But then there comes a point where we have to forget about that stuff. Trust the practice that you've done. Trust the muscle memory and fully engage in the moment while you're delivering a performance. And this is what LiSA is so good at. Be sure you've seen my other first take videos in this playlist. And again, if you'd like more help dissecting your voice and figuring out what it can really do, click that link below and join my free course in the pinned comment or the video description. We'll see you for more.